Okay. Looks like it did its thing again, so we gotta do it this way. Yes. Old games are always tricky. Okay, now it should be able to easily Alt-Tab without... Nope, it's gonna bugger off again. Okay. Well, I need this over here. I need this to go here. I need to go here. You are live. Looks like we are live. Go to the view room. It says we are live, and let's get this thing called. Where'd my phone go? I just put my phone somewhere. Now let's see if it works. Fortunately, old ass games tend to do this. If I can get it to work. Is it working? Unfortunately, I can't really tell. Doesn't look like it. Okay. It was working just fine. Oh, there it goes. It's delayed. I just closed it again. Yay! Now, Vic, gonna be having a massive dinner here. Okay. Glad to see old game giving computer problems that should be fixed. What is the latency on this thing? Well, we'll let this load up here. There we go. God, I love these old games, but fuck, do the resolutions not work? Oh, and now it does that. Fun. Streamlabs, I need you. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna minimize that because I don't need that because I got all that over there. So what? This was working fine. I can't run it on Windows, unfortunately. Okay, there's that. Now, see if it works it. Unfortunately, it does not run Windows. Believe me, I've checked. Okay. Well, now it does that. Okay. So, doing the math here, I should be able to take that. Oh no, because I had to do it like this. Just take this and put it into the center. Center on screen. And I don't see it. Of course it does. I gotta do it like this. Wow. You gotta love it when you do your testing, it's like, oh, it works perfectly fine. And then it does this. And now it's really small. Okay, fuck it. Oh, shit. Yeah, I know the TSA is hiring for that much. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna do it this way. Fortunately, I can't Alt-Tab without it doing that thing. So how would that work? There's gotta be a way to minimize or put it into a window mode. It's quite the comedy. Ha ha ha! Wonderful. And what annoys me is I had it working before. Okay. Let's see. I'll just do what I did before. What I did was I made this in, well, much larger, then dragged it like this. We're gonna bootleg this. Okay, now it's a little bit bigger. I have thought about making videos on Ultimate Admiral Dreadnought. I'm just waiting for it to come out with the with more stuff before I do. Okay, that should do it. Thankfully, fucking around and figuring shit out works pretty well. Okay, it's much bigger, but it's not centered. Bring that down a little bit more. So then we'll take this. Okay, so we'll take this down a little bit more. I would say about like that much. And then we're going to have to move this. So that's what it's going to be like. So we're going to move this, not down, but a little bit like that. And now, that should give it as close. And now it's too big to the right. Okay. Fuck, I hate. Okay, so we can actually do it like this. A little bit down, a little bit to the left. So I would say about right there. Unfortunately, yeah, I love these old games, but fuck, do they not cooperate well with. Okay. I think I figured it out. A little bit down, one more. We almost got it, guys. We almost got it. A little bit bigger like this. And that should give us as close enough as we're going to get. I had this all set up ready, and then all of a sudden it does what it did earlier. I think that's good enough. That's about as damn good as I'm going to get it. Hey! Yeah, I feel clever. I feel... Okay, well, I don't feel clever because I had it up and then it fucked up, but yeah. Anywho, now we can get this going. Hello, 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 hello. Tutal here, coming in, ducking under that search bar and chat bar to bring you a new live stream on my all-time favorite game. One of the ship sinking. One of my pretty much first games I ever got introduced to when it came to World War II. Rotor warships adding HMS Repulse. It'd be an interesting ship to see. Depends on what tier she's at. I would say maybe. Well, I would say maybe tier 6, 7. Although I haven't played World of Warships in a while because that game has. Unfortunately, it's gone from fun to not so fun. But I'm going to give you guys, while we wait in chat before we start anything, go to our little single player game here. This game actually does support multiplayer. It has multiplayer support. I just can't get it to freaking work. Or, like, it works. I just can't find anyone to play it. And Soviet paper carriers. Yeah, that's one reason why I stopped playing World of Warships is they had too many paper ships. It's bleh. War Thunder has the same problem with some of its tanks. I'm looking at you, Object 279. But they can be killed easily because in War Thunder, it's if you manage to get the first shot out, more than likely you're gonna win if you know what you're shooting at. How are the sound levels? Because I had problems trying to get this game level because it's really, really loud and really, really quiet. What's the sound levels, guys? I don't want to alt tab because I want to activate the. I'm alt tab for a quick second, and I'm going to activate the notification noise so that there is sounds when notifications are played. Also, Victor, you still there, or did you pop off? like Montana and Ohio. Yeah, I remember correctly. I think they actually had one of the Montana hulls getting ready for construction. Try halfway and haven't seen this game before. I would not surprised if you haven't seen this game before, because this game came out in 2007. The one before this, Pacific Storm, came out in 2005. And they are, for all intents and purposes, the exact same game. The only difference... Actually, there's a shit ton of differences. And I would love to show you the things. And if you take a look at the background, you can see the island there is a bit wonky in the fact that it's invisible. And that is because I actually have a massive overhaul mod. Well, I say massive. All it adds in are more ships. And allow me to demonstrate this by going to the battle planner. And this is where you can make your custom battles. In the original Pacific Storms, there was only 2 nations. United States and Japan. And it was fun. It was great. But there was one small problem. And it was nothing too, well, nothing too big. One of the small problems was you had a specific, very, very limited amount of ships. I can actually show. Calm down, Adam. Calm down. I'm gonna give you, Adam, for your dedication for being here and your really, really wanting of something. I am going to give you something that you've been asking for since War on the Sea. So keep calm and carry on, and you'll get what you want. But you see, the original ships in the game used to be Baltimore here, the Benson here, the Casablanca, Cleveland, Colorado, Essex, Fletcher, Vigato. Oh, forgot about the Everts. This Iowa, and Lexington. This was it for the Americans. These were the only classes ship you have. And you would have like the Baltimore's being named Indianapolis, Pensacola, etc., etc., etc. And you would have the, Iowa's. So like right there, Iowa class BB-55, North Carolina. I am pretty sure North Carolina was not a battleship. And Lexington's were like CV's 1. Well, all the Lexington class ships in this were CV2 to CV7. No. 9. CV9. That was it. The Japanese had a little bit more. They had the Ango, Akagi. I'm not going to go through them all, but yeah, you can see it was very limited in what they had. Yeah, those are just the class of ships you all had. Very limited. It was very good. Because then you had... Oh, stand by. So, a very limited amount of class of ships. So then you had things like on the Japanese side, you had the Fuso, Yamashiro, Kongo, and Hiei as Nagato class battleships. Last time I checked, Kongo was not a Nagato class battleship. But this mod, made by the called Pacific Fury, adds in, as you can see, a whole bunch more. Adds in Enterprise, Hornet, Lexington, Ranger, Wasp, New Orleans, everything. It adds in everything. And the new game, Pacific Storm Allies, adds in the British. Well, it adds in the British, Dutch, the Germans, and the Russians. And the British only had a few ships. They did not have all this. All these heavy cruisers. They only had the... they had the Hood, they had the Hunt, they had the Illustrious, they had the King George V. So they had this, and this, torpedo boats, and Tribal. That was about... Oh, and they had the Fiji. They had all these. Everything that doesn't have, like, battleship in their name behind it, pretty much what was all that was. The Germans, or the Dutch, also had only a few ships. And as you can see here, they have a lot more. Same with the Germans and the British, or the Dutch. However, the Germans had the Bismarck, and they now have a lot more. So they added this mod, adds in a bunch of new ships and a bunch of custom, and almost all the models are custom. DIE. The Denmark? No. Can't remember. But anywho, we are going to do something that Mr. Adam has wanted. Make sure it's the correct one. This looks like it's the correct one. Look, they even have Graf Zeppelin. We have Bismarck and a submarine, because there was a U-boat. Unfortunately, Dutch East Indies. Unfortunately, King George V is not here, so we'll have to make do with Prince of Wales. I mean, there is King George V here, but it's the game class thing, so it's only. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Oh, there it is. So I'll fix this in a second. We'll have King George V, Rodney, Evening TC. How's it going? And then, if I remember correctly, they had Suffolk and Dorsetshire as well. Yes, you can have Britain against Britain. And what other ships were at the battle with Bismarck's last stand? Let's use this for a second. Let's remove that one. Remove Howie and remove Prince of Wales. I think there were some destroyers, but I can't remember. We'll have 4 destroyers, the Eclipse class. And now we're going to change the units for a more modern, I guess a more modern variant of these. Because the amount of customization available to these is amazing. We'll give Bismarck her full. Yeah, repair and refits, basically. So we'll give that one to Bismarck, and we'll just leave the submarine unchanged. And for these ships, we'll leave. So we got the 2 heavy cruisers, Suffolk and Dorsetshire, Rodney and King George V, and 4 destroyers. In the ocean map, where unfortunately this isn't true, because if you attack on an ocean map in the middle of the Pacific, you are given pretty much a circle. You could surround them. Fortunately, the mod sort of changed that a little bit. I can't do repair and refits. Unfortunately, it's only change units, change ammunition, which you can change, like for example, or no. I guess I'll show that later, I guess. Hang on. Huh. Feel I can't change those ammunitions. Okay. But yes. You, Adam, have requested and wanted to see Bismarck's last stand. Well, guess what? Nicknames. Unfortunate. As great as this is, I only have a few things I can't change the names, so I don't have. There's no repair and refit. I can't change much of it. Now, there were some planes, and I remember correctly, there were, I think a few swordfish. I think there was like, what, 15 swordfish during the battle? Or there, well, we'll do 15. And here it is. Like here's the change of the difference. You can have your torpedo. You can have just fuel tanks for transfer. For transferring aircraft from one place to another, massive bombs, some rockets, lighter fuel tanks, and some general purpose bombs. Repulse them right now. Don't do stuff like it. Just say their actual names. Okay, just say their actual damn names. I don't like it when you do that. But, what, you want me to add... What, you want me to do the attack on Force Z? Okay, fine. I'll add Repulse and Renown. You want Repulse and Renown? I'll add Repulse and Renown. Fine by me. Repulse. Well, that's just Renown. And Repulse. There we go. You got Renown and Repulse. I would say it's Weatherby, Drizzle. And I think we're good to go then. Let's start. Now. Yeah, but they weren't in the actual fighting. I knew they were a part of the hunt, but they weren't actually into fighting here, but we'll do it. Okay. Now, the mod also changes one thing, and it's the range in which things are spotted, which is nice, so you're not shooting right off the bat when you're spotting. So here we have the Bismarck. I'm just going to click done. Here we have good old Bismarck. And yes, there are swastikas. So YouTube, for your, for your thing, I condone Nazism and do not endorse any form of, or support any form of fascism. Disclaimer out of the fucking way. Unfortunately, it seems like the modder had changed these to the torture guns, which is kind of sad, but to be fair, these are all pretty much custom models. Like the Repulse, this model is not in the game. This is someone who actually literally did the 3D model and made it. So far, the King George V here is modeled. This one's in game. And unfortunately, this one is, but it doesn't look as good as this. And here's another destroyer that was in game. Oh, well, what do you know? Oops, wrong mod. So there's a lot of customization you can do. And then you got your little swordfish here. Shall we get this show on the road? We'll have Renown. We'll start heading this way. Well, we'll simply do this. What is this? Well, we'll send these guys this way. These guys this way. We'll send the destroyers in because there's a submarine over there. And Swordfish can go. How's the sound looking? And yeah, so how's the sound, guys? Too loud? Too quiet? What? Yeah, that mask looks kind of small, but eh. This mod is also technically still a work in progress. Like he's still updating. Like he's right now, the team. I say the name they go by. He goes by is WWJD. And my understanding is their team is working. I believe they just got done with the and my chat. There we go. They just got done with the Fletcher's and Fubuki's modeling for much better definition. Thankfully, this game does have speed up because these things are flying really, really slow. Yeah, who should dislike Nazism? It's bad. I hate the fact that because of the way this game is working right now, whenever I scroll my mouse wheel, if I scroll upwards to zoom in, my chat also scrolls up. Oops. So that's a bit unfortunate. I'll use page up, page down. Okay, music is a bit higher. Okay. I'll just turn up the sound effect. It seems very quiet. Like, it's hard to tell with this game. Yes, I've watched. Oh, and here comes the flak. I watched the Curator with New Jersey. Okay, and here we go. And Bismarck already lost a crane. I'm actually going to pause this for a quick second, and we're going to get the fleet rolling. Okay, so let's have the 2 cruiser. No, I want. No, the 2 cruisers. Pretty much just do what they want. We'll then have the battleships turn broadside on to bring their guns to engage. We're not. Ooh, what the hell happened to? Okay, something happened to one of our ships. Repulse. What the hell happened to you? A damn fine shot in the boiler room. This seems very quiet. Oh, and now I can't get the freaking chat to scroll down. Love you, chat. Yay. Or I love you, game. Okay, you know what? Then we'll do it this way. The guns seem very, very quiet, but it's on game speed 1. And here comes the swordfish. I don't know why the Bismarck's not moving.
Enemy in front of me. Oh no!
And there goes the swordfish. Yeah, I think the sword. It's gonna be too easy with swordfish. And we already lost a destroyer right there. Well, to be fair, also, I mean, a modern-day Iowa is not designed to fight swordfish.
Yes. Yes. Sir.
And we'll have 1 swordfish going with for a strike. Can I get you?
Yes. On my way.
Yes, there's the.
Enemy in front of me.
Unfortunately, they have pom-poms. You know, as much as this new model looks good, they got the weapons slightly wrong. Because in-game, they do have the German weapons. They do have German weapons modeled. The 20mm, the Flakwürdig, the 180, and all that.
Come on, fire! Sir. Ready.
Okay, well then we'll launch more at them. Did that? I don't think that. Yeah, it didn't make it. See, this is what anti-aircraft should do.
Yes.
As you can see, these planes are just dying. Granted, they're also flying really slow.
I've got visual contact with the target. I got hit.
Well, thankfully, our guns are doing. Oops. And thankfully, our guns are doing a good enough job. She actually only has 1 light anti-aircraft gun left. And it's just things in the what's it called? It's how the thing. Like I said, this model is. Oh look! Hey, look at that! A stationary target drops a torpedo because of all the fire. It misses. Wait until you see what the dive bombers can do. No, it's because the guy made a custom model for the Bismarck. I don't know why he did this. Because the Bismarck's model is already in game. I don't know why he changed it, but some of the guns on here, because of the coding, has to use a Bismarck. And I really hate having to look down at my phone to read the chat because it's fucking stuck on my thing. But yes, one thing I love about this game is that you can destroy the gun mounts. In the original Pacific Storm, you could, but let's say, see this shell right here? If this was, or that one right there, if this was a destroyer in the original Pacific Storm game, that shell would have actually knocked all the gun turrets off instead of needing a direct hit. The entire mounting would just fly off the ship. Now, because all these are flooding, it is actually possible. It is actually very possible that all this fire eventually just saturates the entire broadside of the ship. And, you can't do any more damage to those compartments. This poor destroyer is getting shot at, and she just took a hit. Oh. And that Eclipse is dead. There's another Eclipse that was dead. Right there. See, sometimes you got destroyers like this are taking hit after hit after hit. But then they take one hit and they're dead. Oh, and there's the submarine. As you can see, Bismarck is now taking a massive pounding, but see, this is the roll, the pitch, and the draft. She's flooding everywhere, but we've done so much damage to this side, we can't really force any more damage. Oh, you're in command. Like, I can control these. Like, I could literally take control of this right here and tell this guy to turn right. Speed up and slow down. Come on, turn up the sounds of the sound effects. And there goes another ship. Destroyer. This one. Nope, this one's still alive somehow. This guy did not survive. Oh, because he took a torpedo from the U-boat. And there goes the Bismarck. See, it can either be really, really easy to sink a ship or really, really hard. You know, this game, you can take direct command, but it's much more in its element as a what's it called? Strategy game. And there's about to be a collision. Or not. There's also one weird thing about ships that they can stop on a dime. Did this thing? Oh! I completely forgot about this. Some of the British ships, at least they're heavy cruisers, some of them have depth charges. Evidently, from what I've seen. Although, someone's not going to survive that destroyer. Well, sometimes Bismarck wins, sometimes it doesn't. Now, this is a dead U-boat. I would hope. Understood. Yeah, there goes the depth charges. And any second now, they should detonate. Victory. Exit the battle. Now, this might cause the game to crash. Let's see. Because unfortunately, this game has a really... For all the great things that this game has, it has a really Oh, the music in this game is awesome. But it has a really, really massive downfall. And look, the island's functional. When in battle with massive amounts of aircraft, something goes wrong into the files. Something breaks. And the ID of the aircraft gets switched around. There's two ways to fix this. Well, there's one certain way to fix this, one way that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. The way that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't is to save in the middle of battle, save every 5 minutes, if not a bit sooner. What that should do is help keep the save file, the file itself, functional, and the ID is the same. Another way to do it, and this I still haven't figured out because I can't find the file, is to go into the file of the save itself when you get done with the battle and change the ID. Yes, we can examine some of the ships, and actually there is a very, very good way to do this. I'm going to go to the single player, and I'm actually going to go to the campaign. Now, yes, there is a way, and I'm going to do this, and this is actually one of my favorite things of the game entirely. Let's go to start. We're going to start off with my favorite, obviously. We're going to start off with the United States Navy. We're going to start off with the United States Navy. And then this is the campaign. Now, this is going to be up to you guys because we can do A. Oh, and also the map is a bit changed. You see, everything here is, all the bases are here except for this was controlled by nobody in the original game. These were controlled by Britain. These were controlled by nobody, and neither of these were controlled by anybody. And don't ask me why Britain has Guadalcanal. But it's there, and the Japanese can come basically attack, and they do not fuck around. The Japanese do not fuck around in this game. Yeah, but all these bases, they provide resources and money and everything. You have that all up here. You have your money, your aluminum. I should say. Aluminum, your iron, and your oil. And each of these zones is, well, obviously specific zones, and the weather is all changing, like War on the Seas. You have an awesome diplomacy screen and all that. I'm not going to go through this because I'm not going to be doing a let's play of it. Well, I would if I could fix it, but I can't. The best way to do the museum thing is here in the production panel, where you have all of these ships. And do not ask me why the icon for the battleship Tennessee is an A20. Do not ask me why that is, as due to the mod. But yes, the Americans only had a few of these ships. They had the Fletchers, the Bensons, the Gato. They did not have the Clemsons, any of these extra tankers. The Pennsylvania, neither North Carolina. All they had were the Colorados. And they're cool. And actually, here's the original model. And if that's to check it out, you do this. You click 3D viewer. You click the 3D viewer. And here you have a 3D model. This is the original model of the what's it called? The Colorado. Yeah, if you like logistics, you'll love this game. And you can see the casement guns and the frankly pathetic amount of 40mm Bofors. Only 4. Yeah, those pathetic amount of Bofors. That won't do. No, no, no. So what you could do is you can actually, well, you can't take away those, but you could take, no, if you wanted to, you could take these 2 rear turrets off and put on surface-to-air missile launchers. But over here you can add these twin, oh well, I can't do that because some of these are built. So I'll just copy the modification, and I can then modify the living crap out of this. I can add more Oricans, I can add Bofors, I can turn these Bofors into the dual. I can change the radio. I can change the fire control. I can change a bunch of this. And now, from a measly 4 40mm Bofors, this ship is now ready for World War II service. With a lot more guns. A lot more guns. One of my favorite things about this game is the customization. Unfortunately, some of the ships that are put into the game, here's a good example, the Battleship Washington. I unfortunately can't change any of these at the moment, because like I said, it's still a work in progress of a mod. But I can only change the, add in some fire directors, but I can only change, like, excuse me, the addition of radar, better fire control, etc, etc, etc. But the changes doesn't just apply to the ships. No. And you got stuff like Enterprise here. Well, unfortunately, you can't change anything other than, well, the radio jamming, and the, what's it called? This. The fire control. Well, in this game, the Royal Navy is not really slept on. Unfortunately, there's more of these like some of these don't really apply in the sense of, in the original without the mod you could build these without having to build them here. But yes, if you're taking a look at over here, you got your standard ammunition, you got your standard Mark 13 and Mark 15 torpedoes. But then you got something here. A Bat cruise missile. Yes. You use your technology here to research all this. You can research the B-29, the F-5U pancake fighter, the P-80, F-4U, and you can eventually get stuff to get cruise missiles. With this, like, this is a land attack and an anti-ship missile. It is General Electric. It is an inertia guidance system, so it's pretty much a dumbfire. Well, I say dumbfire. You can fire it. There are no Mark 17s. And then you got stuff like these ballistic missiles, which can be launched from land-based. You got these special HVAR missiles. These 144. These are added on by the mod a bit. These missiles are sort of added. Some of these, except for the Shrike here. You got these, which are radio guided. You got simple glide bombs. And then you got these surface-to-air missiles you can put on ships. And, of course, you got the atomic bomb for the Americans. You got also these air-to-air missiles as well. And you got many of these Mark 15. Some of these are, well, like this one. This one's acoustic homing and is anti-ship and anti-submarine. And this one is a proximity and a magnetic detonation. And you got all these others, and it's pretty cool. It is very amazing. And then you got your aircraft, which you can modify here. Like, for example, the P-40. We can change these from 7.62s to 50s. We can change the engine. The modification in this game is outstanding. And the reason why, if I were to ever do a Let's Play of, I would want to play this one instead of the original one, is this. The Americans in the original one, this is all the planes they have. They have the F-4F. These are only carrier launch. Because there is no Italians in this game. It's only Pacific. Unfortunately. That's why they have it. The Italian. But the only planes you get are for carrier base are the F-4F and the SPD. That is all you start out with the Americans. You don't get the TBD. Which, it's kind of a hindrance when you're trying to beat battleships. And you didn't get things like the F5U or the Bearcat. You did get the SB-2C, and you get all these. Like, the Americans actually had decent... Their planes were decent. You got to use all these. The Japanese, on the other hand, only had the 0, really, for their fighter, which sucks, because... In Allies, Japanese get a lot more shit. Like, they get the AIM-7, or AIM-7, the A7M. They get the Judies. They get the B7N. They get a lot more new shit. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be playing the campaign because, well, one, I'd have to manually set up the fleets, and that would be a long stream in of itself already. And then I have to, if I were the Americans, I would have to wait until the Japanese attack me. And they don't do that until the end of 1941, around December. And they don't always attack the same place. Oh yeah, there are float planes too. So, what would you guys like to see in the moment? We got custom battles we can do. We got some single player missions we could do as well. If you're the British, you get the sinking of the Prince of Wales. Allies join the war, and then Hood versus Bismarck, which isn't really true. And then you got, for like the Japanese, you got this Pearl Harbor, sinking of the Prince of Wales, the Philippines, end of the War Genius, the Battle of Leyte Gulf, Okinawa, and the nuclear strike against Japan. They have these weird bonus missions. Then the USA is also on the exact opposite side, like here, Okinawa, Leyte Gulf, and etc. Oh, and the Americans get this one, which was a bit interesting. And I don't know why this time the US is red and the Japanese are blue. Is Ray Luke even in here? Let's see. Battle Planner. Well, it doesn't matter which one I pick. Let's see. I don't think it's there. Maybe the Dutch have it. No. Ray Luke is not in here. Unfortunately. In French. Remember, this is Pacific fighting, so granted, why the Bismarck's here, I'm not sure. Well, unfortunately, it's not in here, which I'm sorry to say. Remember, like I said, this is all work in progress, and I mentioned that the game is old as hell. Even then, it was already limited. There are no French ships in the game. Unfortunately, there are no French ships in the game. I think Jean Bart's in here. Oh, shit, there she is. Never mind, I was completely wrong. I was looking for battleship, not the French fucking word. Let's do... So we got Ray Luke and King George V. Oh, I gotta change the... And yes, you can change things. We got King George V. Where are you? Screw it, we're not doing that. We're gonna just grab the we'll grab Prince of Wales. So we got Red Luke and King George V versus, what was it? Bismarck? That is not Bismarck. Bismarck's over here. You know, I wonder if Tirpitz actually has a better model. Let's take a look. We'll do Tirpitz. Yeah, it looks like Tirpitz actually has the better and seems like it's going to have the correct model. So we'll just pretend this is Bismarck. And what do you say we fight? Let's fight at... Fight at Nagasaki. We'll fight at Nagasaki. We'll probably do the Italians later. Like itch. Oh, I have it raining still. Oops. Oh, and they have shore batteries. Ah, well. It's unfortunate. They won't make much of a difference. They're only 8-inch guns. Let's say, are those 8-inch guns? Yeah, there are. I don't think there's an Arctic. Let's check. That might cause the game to crash again, so one moment it seems like you get 2 games before it decides to crash, but no. Looks like it's being fine. I think there's an Arctic Ocean. Let's check. And it brings me back to the main menu, new game, single player, bada boom. There is no Arctic Ocean. Closest thing we got is to there. Well, now I kind of hope they fucking sink. Oh, I don't need 2 of them. I'll just leave it as is. I'll delete the other one. So we got that. I need this to remove. And then, oh, nope, I need to go to the Dutch. Luke. And no. I got keep going to the Japanese. Oops. It's Pacific storms. There's nothing in the Atlantic. I don't know why you're saying those maps. And where's Tirpitz? Tirpitz, there you are. Yeah, nothing. We don't want drizzle, we want clear. Pacific storm, not Atlantic storm. Although this game would be a fun one if there was an Atlantic. Ooh, that'd be a good mod to put onto the game. Okay, we got, well, Prince of Wales, quote unquote, King George V, because their model's better. And there might be a little bit of the Indian Ocean if I think if there's a. I'd have to look at the. I'd actually have to look at the map itself. And goddamn, I did it again with the base, but I'd have to look at the map itself to see if I could find a base near it. Yeah, but I think the Indian Ocean is in this. And here's your rear loop. She to your liking? I'll say I think she looks good. You can actually see the sort of custom secondaries there. And she has her secondary back there, and then you got the, well, this one.
I'll do it.
And turpits. Oh yeah, so much better, and she has actual correct guns. See, they always have these models. They already had these models in the game. Oh, and yeah, she has her torpedoes. Okay, let's do this. Okay, not sure why the guns are so quiet. I'm gonna try up the effects.
Uh-oh.
It seems like these guns, the modeled guns, don't really have any sound to them. Even though I had sound earlier. Here they are. And yeah, you can see the dispersion on this is crazy. Oh, look, birdies! Now the model creators on this for this mod did a damn good job with the ships. Now, like, you can sort of see some of the little wonkiness, but still, I think they did a damn good job. Okay, so you have your rear loop.
I'll do it.
And yeah, so and in this game also, like the what's it called? The chance of hitting and the spotting ranges in like in War in the Sea, it's, well, I have my own problem with how the spotting and the radar works in that game. In this game, it works much more realistic. Like radar can see. Let's say radar in this game has a maximum range of 12 kilometers. If it's at night and during the day and it's clear weather like this, you still have a 12-kilometer. Whereas in War on the Sea, radar is treated almost like a improved version of just visual, where at night radar range drops to, like, say 6 kilometers. But if it's clear out, you can still see. You got perfect firing acquisition. You can see sometimes these things go very, very freaking wild.
Copy that.
I like how her guns are quiet, but oh, I think we're gonna get some hits. No. And even in this game, the radar, the wind and the weather does affect the radar almost more than War on the Sea, because the weather can get bad in the Pacific, especially if there's a storm. And storms will actually damage your ships. Like if your fleet runs into a, oh, it looks like an ammo load exploded on a main gun. And there, that's what I mean by this. By taking out weapons, you can get a lucky shot and take out the guns. So she now has no rear guns, and looks like Prince of Wales took a hit and now is on fire. Now this is the fire like we're on the sea, where, and now especially after watching the video on Midway, the first one with John, oh god, I can't remember his name. Your ships can burn, and they can be set on fire everywhere. But as long as you aren't flooding, the ship can be saved. And any damage like this, I saw something with it, but like, you can see here the boiler, or the engines, they're flooding completely. And the engine was flooded, but the engines, they're still fine. The engines are still fine. And your crew, your damage control, it will take hours because this game is one of the highest, from what I've seen, the most simulated of all naval combat. Like, you can have one bomb destroy an entire ship, or a entire ship take 17,000 bombs and it'll still be fine. Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. And now the fire's been put out. Damage control put out. Well, I say put out the fire. They got it more under control. Like, it'll burn for hours because this game runs in real time. But they can take an entirely damaged ship that has like 1% health left, and they can pump out the water, flood, and fix bulkheads, and bada bing, bada boom. Your ship is back to combat. Unless, of course, you lose your main guns, in which case you're kind of SOL. You'll have to go back to port because you can patch a hole and you can put out a fire, but I do not think you carry a spare 15-inch gun. I don't know why she's doing that. And this mod also sort of decreases the range, but the mod adds much more things. Ooh! You can see a hit below the waterline there. And let's see what this compartment looks like. Slow flooding, but nothing too critical. You can see that hit took out the upper anti-aircraft guns, and looks like there was another below the waterlines. Rarely just took a hit. And now you can see flooding starting. Because if it hits below the waterline, well, you got a below the waterline hit. And now you can see the turrets here. I mean, she's hurt. She's hurt bad. But she's holding. And yeah, it's like, just because your ships are winning the first part of the battle doesn't mean they're going to win the second one. You can see Prince of Wales now has, looks like the fire is still burning. Compartment is still, the fire is weak and the compartment's at 25% damage. And you can see right there, the line just went forward. That's damage control working on, there it goes. Right there, damage control. Ooh, headache, not good. You can see your damage control will, I think it depends on the green, see what they're working on. Something hit the railing. Oh, and you can take out, like, if you hit the bridge, you can take out the crew. So right now, I'm not sure what damage control is working on at the moment. And it's like, where did that shell hit? That shell hit. I took out that 40mm. And it looks like it took out... I can't see the 20mm it took out. Oh, I think that's one of them. No. Yeah, no, she lost a few 20mm. And there's... The Interpret is still sitting fine with only 2 forward guns, but she's hitting. Like, if they can find the range, No, they'll find the range and they'll hit. A pro play. Huh? Elaborate, please. Oh, there's some of the damage. Oh, there they are. There's the destroyed 20 millimeters. Let's see if we can get in range to get some of these secondaries firing. Do some damage to the top side. So you can like not sink a ship and make it combat ineffective. And yeah, she's well, I say she's sinking. The flooding is thinking. You know, the music in this game is amazing. I'm thinking after this, I'm going to show you guys one of my all-time favorite parts of this game. And that is the air combat and carrier combat. One of my all-time favorites. Oh. And I'm going to throw an Iowa in just to show you how good the American anti-aircraft can be. And look at that. She lost another torpedo tube. Now, each time one of these weapons gets destroyed, there is a massive chance, it looks like Prince of Wales just lost a rangefinder, a massive chance that the ammunition explodes on said gun, causing more damage to the surrounding area, or causing just the gun itself to go kablooey. And now you can see, whereas earlier before they were hitting a lot, and they did a lot of damage, but now they're just, you know, struggling to hit more vital parts. And now they're taking hits. There's no guarantee in this game other than just change. There's one thing you can guarantee is that something will change in the battle. That's it. As you can see right now, Tirpitz she's only using 2 guns. 2 guns. Well, and then she's using her secondaries, of course, but they're hitting. She's hitting. Now, wait for see if we can get Ray Luke's secondaries to come into play. Now, you see it says the Hood 8x4 turret. That is the the octuple pom-poms. That's the code in the file. Oh, look, that secondary gun's getting into play now. You see, look, that one hit the belt, didn't do anything. That flag was already there. I do not play Among Us, and I probably will never play Among Us. Uh-oh. Looks like she just lost some of her radar. Ah, those guns have a noise, and I love the sound of those noises. Dunk. Dunka, dunka. I love those. There's... Yeah, we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Maybe at least speed 4. Prince of Wales is on fire again. Damage control's on it. Oh, her bow is getting crushed or hurt. But Tirpitz, as you can see, is still taking damage to the compartments. Yes. The armor in this game is modeled. It is modeled correctly. But here's the thing, though. They're 3.7 kilometers away. These may be 14-inch guns. Well, at least in Kingshaw's the 5th phase. If I remember correctly, I think Ray Luke had 15-inch guns. This is still pretty much close range, point-blank range. You may be able to build some strong armor. But at 3.6 kilometers, yeah, nah, it's going straight through. And here's the thing. You can see, though, the shells are hitting the belt. They're hitting the belt. And they're not doing much damage other than just slowly chipping away at the belt in the compartment. It's the underwater hits that do her in. If you can hit underwater, there you go. 380, so 15-inch guns. Thank you. Oh yeah, no, you can see, like, Rare Luke is also taking hits, and she's fine from the 15-inch. Like on the belt, there. You can see when they take a hit on the belt, they're fine. Most of the time, they're fine. But if when they hit below the water, not so much. .96. That's 15 inches. And there's another turret going boom. Yeah, so and you can see she's already taking. I mean, the Tirpitz here is, well, Bismarck slash Tirpitz class. She's taking a massive pounding. Speed this up a little bit. Now wait, and there goes another, what's it called? You see the ships are pounding each other. And eventually they will sink Tirpitz. She will eventually get chipped away. But I got the sped up, and you can see how long it takes. So you can be this close, and your guns are still gonna miss. Oh, it's something. Prince of Wales lost something big. And it looks like it was a lucky shot on the 14-inch gun. Which, if I remember correctly, was more lightly armored than the belt. Which you've heard, and you can see now, the Tirpitz is down by the bow. Fair margin. Look, I mean, she's fine. She's taking hits, but she's fine. Oh, actually, I think she's dead in the water. It is hard to sink a ship through gunfire in this game, because you got the compartments. Their doors are shut. Everything's locked up tight, and they're constantly repairing the ship. It really is the best way to sink a ship in this game is through air power or torpedoes. Ooh, and there goes an ammo load of the Prince of Wales exploding. And you can see how now Prince of Wales, the farthest one away, yes, there is limited ammo. There is, you can see right here, the ammo count. Ammo remaining. But it is very, very rare that you'll ever use up all your ammunition. So there is ammo load. And if there's tow ships, no. There are no tow ships. Well, I guess you could say there are after the battle, because if a ship like Red Luke here, she's kind of dead in the water at the moment. Your fleet will still sail at like 5 knots. So, actually, yeah. By tow ships, it would be like Prince of Wales here would tow Red Luke. And no, you cannot destroy damage control teams. But you can kill the crew. Believe it or not, each one of these ships has a certain amount of crew members on board, and you can actually. Oh, I don't want to. So right here. You look at this, and here's Ray Luke. She has sonar in her radar range. It tells you right here. Her max caliber. I should have looked at that. Her AA range, her effective range. That health of AA is obviously wrong. But you got stuff like here. Right here. Here's her crew. 1450. How much do I play this game? All the damn time. All the damn time. But you can kill the crew. And I mean, look at Prince of Wales' crew right now. You can kill the crew at the end of the battles. The crew can die, in which case destroys their what's it called? Yeah, right there. See, look, crew. Just more crew members died. You can decrew a ship. You can decrew a ship by killing them all. It's just gonna be very hard. And you take out the experience. So you get raw recruits at the beginning of every month in the campaign, and as you do battle, they get more experience. But if you lose all your experienced crew members, well, that nice damage control team you had. So yeah, never mind. Yes, you can kill damage control teams. Just a nice damage control team dies, and you gotta send some poor schmuck who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing down to go repair it. So you know what? Yes, you can kill damage control teams. This game just gets better and better the more I play and learn it. Like, this game is in depth, and if you love logistics, like seriously, this is the game for you. And battle, like, I'm not in a massive fleet battle. Like, you could have massive fleet battles with like 100 ships, or 50 ships and like 100 aircraft flying all at once. No, you cannot capture ships. They get scuttled. But there is a funny thing I found out. You can, in diplomacy, trade ships. So, like, as the Americans, I could ask the British for an Illustrious-class aircraft carrier, and in return, I could give them, say, a Lexington-class, or a Essex-class. Or I could ask for a Hood and give them an Iowa. Heck, even before the war, with this mod, you can trade with the Japanese, trade them a Wasp for a Shokaku. And I don't know about you, but I would definitely trade a Wasp for a Shokaku. So yeah, and I can trade for like Buffaloes for Zeros, or Zeros for Dauntlesses. And so like I could literally have a Shokaku carrier flying off swordfishes with Bearcats and Jakes and Zeros. Or I could trade for maybe a Battleship Luke. Or I can get some 109s in. Actually, I think Luke's in trouble. And she's listing. She's still shooting. You can see it's taken a while. And actually because of the listing, the AI will, because it is really, I mean, you can take a look at King George V. You can't really set fires regularly. And there goes Luke. You can't set fires reliably, so the AI, the gunners will target the waterline and go for waterline shots, and sink the ship that way. And she has no guns left, and she's in the water. Look at that, we had a 2-on-1. We were winning, and we just couldn't kill her fast enough. And Tirpitz managed to do it. That's one thing I love about this game. You could be losing or winning, and out of nowhere it flips, just because your crew just can't get that last bit of damage into that ship. That killing blow. Like, I mean, you can take a look. The Tirpitz here, she's flooded. She's flooded, she's damaged, and she's not having a good time. Like, this ship is pretty much almost combat incapable. Like, that's it, she's gone. But then you have, like, the Prince of Wales here, who is, at this point in time, well, she has no guns, she's flooded, she's in the water. Because she's just that little far away. Look at that, she put out the fire. See, in order to deal with flooding, your crew will basically seal up the compartments in slowly. You know, it's great. So when you battle, there's no one-sided victory. It's great. And unfortunately, what you would do now, honestly, in campaign, is you would just click escape and then leave and then auto-resolve and dead. Oh, and here's another thing. This right here is one of my favorite things. Let's say I want to take the base that Tirpitz is guarding. Well, I have to at least have a 3-to-1 ratio. And bases tend to have more people than landing ships. So then you can do this. The show troop landing window. In this red area is where you can offload troops. So the base garrison right now has 15,000 soldiers. 60 seamen, pilots, engineers, a total of that much. Their population is 0 and the experience is 0. Can't start landing operations because there's a ship here. Our experience is obviously that number is wrong, but you can see, yeah, it's, and you can have like the good old Tokyo Express. Like I gotta have Prince of Wales carrying some soldiers, and this battle's pretty much over. I'm just gonna end. But yeah, that's one thing I love about this game is it's so random. Got a nice 10-year-old bullet bourbon. Ooh, delicious. But yeah, no. But one thing this game, one thing Pacific Storm Allies has, the best of, I don't want to create a server. Hands down, if I go to the battle planner, we're going to go to an ocean. And we're going to add units. And we're not going to do ships. Instead, we're going to do a division. No, unfortunately they do not have paratroopers into this game. And, with the way this game works, your paratroopers wouldn't even get close. But one thing I love how this game does is carrier battles. And, like, and it actually is like, I'm going to let you show something. Like, here, let's go to the United States and let's do a division. A reduced aircraft carrier division is 2 carriers, 4 destroyers, 72 dive bombers, 72 fighters, and 24 torpedo bombers. And they are, well, Lexington and Saratoga. Let's give the Japanese their reduced carrier division. Their reduced carrier division is 1 carrier, 4 destroyers. Hello, 1 here. 1. Oh god, I can't say your name correctly. But then you see the Japanese have 24 bombers, 24 fighters, and 24 torpedo bombers. And they also have these like Sendai ones and these you have. And so basically, a Japanese carrier division is about the same as an American reduced. And they have the Japanese also have their these light aircraft carriers, which they didn't actually have. So we'll add in these, and we'll well, I guess we'll have Akagi. Akagi versus Lexington and Saratoga. And you know what? We're gonna add another one. We're gonna add battalions here. A little battalion, and here you can see a lot more. No, it's just no. Actually, you get a set amount of recruits every month, but you can build places on bases that increases the training. And I'll show that probably in the campaign if you guys want to see that. But let's see. There's actually like battle carrier Hyuga, which is Yeah, let's throw in Shokaku. And now you can see here with Shokaku. Shokaku has 24, but 36 fighters. Now if I add in here for the Americans for the battalions, actually this is more correct. Oh no, it's the same. It's 84.
Enemy attack!
We need battalion for the Roost Division. It's pretty much the same thing. So it has the decks pretty much all correct, and Shokaku is pretty good. team. What team? What? I think Shoho is considered a light carrier. Let's check. I don't see it. Escort carrier. Taiho, I don't see. I don't see Shoho. Oh, there is Shoho. Yeah, Shoho's a light carrier. We'll throw in Shoho just for the hell of it. And we got these destroyers here. I am actually going to change these destroyers to Fletchers. We'll do mod 2. And we'll be on the defensive side. And here you can change the experience of the troops. Yeah, so here, this is why I love... Oh, I'm not... You know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm throwing in the Battleship Iowa. Just because. The guy who made the Iowa is so better in this. Oh, well, here's the thing about the air groups. That's just the preset air group. You yourself, you can change the air group to whatever the hell you want. Like, if I wanted to, I could take an American carrier and just fill it all with torpedo bombers if I wanted to. These are just the presets. These are just presets. So yeah, and here's the fleet. See, right now the in-game Fletcher is its own is the Fletchered class, and as you can see, this is a slight change here that they added. That he had is the AA guns here and here and here and here. The AA guns were in the other Fletcher wasn't really the best, but. Yes, I do plan on playing Sea Power when it does come out. But right now, the creator literally just got done making their new Fletcher model, and boy, does it look good. And look at this. Just look how beautiful this Lexington looks. Look at it. Isn't she beautiful? And here's the Iowa. Looking as beautiful as ever. Unfortunately, the Lexington is in the Saratoga scheme, but there is an actual Lexington with the regular wooden deck, and not the added on thing. But it looks good. My favorite. And they're already in sort of their own little screening formation. Over here we have the Akagi in her standard. We have the Shoho here, and as you can see, this one's a custom-made model, and the Shokaku with a lot more anti-aircraft guns than it gives, because the Japanese don't really have, well, they don't have many anti-aircraft guns on their ships. Like this right here, the amount of anti-aircraft guns on the Akagi here is the most you ever get. But to be fair, their zeros are really, really, really good, and I forgot to change the air groups. So, right now, what's on board these ships, I would assume, is, well, you'll see here. Let's see what we got. We got, right, these Buffaloes, Helldivers, and TBDs. So let's get ready to launch these fighters first. We'll launch a bit of fighters, and then we'll go for TBDs. Yes, we can, and I'll do that after this battle. I'll show you where you can put more anti-aircraft on, and you know, I'll use the Japanese. Oh, I don't want you shooting your main guns. So we'll have shooting is forbidden. Stop. I told you, shooting is forbidden. You're not allowed to shoot. But yes, you can see the buffaloes are now taking off. They start in the back, spool up the engines, and go. Oh, and these guys are carrying 4 rockets. HVARs. And so you have the light clear Shoho. And unfortunately, they don't see me at the moment, I guess, thanks to radar. So radar, we can see them, they can't see us. And the buffalo's a fighter. And you can upgrade the buffaloes. This one you can't upgrade because it's the F2A2. But you can upgrade the F2A3 to carry 20mm cannons. Give it the speed of a wildcat and the armor. So you can keep these things decently competitive. Yes. Unfortunately, they're not gonna. Even then, they're still not gonna hold up to a. Yeah, there they are. They're gonna scramble. Oh shit. Okay, so they're launching zeros. Except for the Akagi. So the Akagi has her standard old air group of the AM5. Or A5M. With 2 50-kilogram bombs. Now, these things can actually hurt the carrier. However, the things that scare me are these, the Zeeks. Why it's shaking, I have no idea. Sir. But these guys are not in for a good day. Sir. Okay, now they're going to go target the aircraft. And here you can see the Akatsuki's just plastering away. These things are good. These things are really good at their job. And actually, like, one of the things you can do to change these things is to take this spotlight here and replace it with it, or no, this director and replace it with a 25mm. Oh. Yeah, there's their head on. And the armor actually matters. Like, if you throw armor on your plane, it actually matters. These, and they're slow turns, but the fighters will, you know. It's not all I'm saying. Like, this guy's coming in for a, well, killing shot on the buffalo. And there he goes. He's peppering the buffalo a little bit. And he, well, overshoots. I'm going to take command here and do that. It's like, and if I take the aircraft here, I can hit Alt and change their altitude and their speed. Got you, bastard. Got you. Ready. And the, and actually, one of the best ways for them is the, one thing I found that they do great for experience is that the better the pilot, the more tighter and better maneuvers he will pull. Enemy attack. Whereas on like War and Sea, it's just, you know, turn left, turn right, turn right, turn left. That's it. It's just, you know, it's a one-dimensional battle. Fire. Here, like, you got this guy who's higher. He had to zero climb up and zero overshoot, and he actually lost an aileron, so he can't roll as well. So just like the ships, the planes have compartments as well. Enemy in front of me. Now, right now they're winning because I'm also, well, let's say I'm throwing up more. Oh, and you got these Fletchers here. 20mm going off. Okay, you know, let's have you shoot. Got you, bastard. Got you. And then you got the anti-aircraft of an Iowa. Sir. And then you have the really, really slow BTD. Or TBD. Why do I keep saying BTD? You got the bow force here shooting, and here comes Judy's. Enemy in front of me. Now, I think that guy just dropped a... Yeah, so this guy's dead. I don't think he's going to pull up from this. So Jenkins died.
Enemy behind you. Check your six.
Oh, and this guy, I don't know what he's doing. We find right next to the aircraft carrier.
Fire.
Yeah, see, this is the one thing Warren the Sea needs to get right is the anti-aircraft. No, there are no torpedoes in the water at the moment. And you actually here to see the Fletchers are busy shooting the planes. I would like you to shoot the
On my way.
destroyers. No, he just dropped a bomb on a destroyer. Oh, he's dead. But you can see the bombers, when they come in and drop their bombs, like there goes his bomb.
Enemy behind you.
It's a miss.
Six.
Even though this ship is taking no evasive action, it's just going straight.
Enemy in front of me.
Ah, and there's the Japanese torpedoes in the water. Okay.
Fire.
So yeah, see, one thing this game gets right. Oh yeah, those are go straight. This game gets right is the air combat.
I'm on fire.
Air combat in this game is fantastic.
Enemy behind you.
Just because you have a perfect dive angle doesn't mean you're gonna hit.
Coming back. Enemy in front of me.
I love how, and also I love how each individual gun is its own. Like, okay, I'm gonna shoot that way. I'm gonna shoot that way. I'm gonna shoot that way. Now, because of how close that was, I'm surprised because there is also close damage. Unfortunately, American torpedoes are the shit. They are just as bad in this game. They don't really have any dud rates, but they're slow and they're just horrible. Now, there's actually one useful tactic. And speed up here. See if I can control this. So I can take my, and there goes the rear gun. Can I not? Oh, autopilot was on. Okay. I can actually change, like my 9. I can take that. I can stay in the cockpit. I can also, you know, look at the torpedo bay. Ow. Now I do kind of remember how to get out of this. Oh, right here. Let's do. No, it's 5. Okay. That is not 5. Well, here's another thing that's pretty useful in this game. That. You can kamikaze, although it's better for the Japanese. Japanese planes are a little bit better at it than the Americans. Like you can see the wild rarity of the torpedoes. And you see that. And also one thing that I have good love is that the Akagi, she has little anti-aircraft guns. They're little, they're not much, but they're doing their job. Like look at this guy. He has no tail, no winglets, no engine. And then you got the Shokaku with all of her 20 millimeters. And they're flying across the deck. Oh my god, that steak smells so good. And well, there you go. Because of the slow American torpedoes, the carriers, they're dodging. And they're also picking poor ways. Okay, well, this is a scary part. Saratoga. He did not last long. Okay, well, let's get some of these guys up in the air. Ooh, look how close he was. On the fair, we have the Iowa, so we are going to win. Now, oh, this is going to be a problem. Dead.
I got hit.
How do you get better kamikazes? The ordnance.
Enemy in front of me.
And look at that. A single torpedo hits the Saratoga while she was launching and had planes, and boom. Dead. Which sucks because I love Saratoga. And here's Lexington.
Sir.
Well, like, for example, this guy here, he really won't do well with a kamikaze because of his torpedo. I don't know why. But this guy, he is excellent with his kamikazes. Oh, he dropped his bomb. And you can see the amount of anti-aircraft guns going at him. Now let's see what this bomb does. Missed. Stationary carrier, and he missed. And dead. Well, Saratoga's known for surviving torpedoes. But that's lucky in real life. In this game, you get hit by a torpedo, you're almost guaranteed death. I mean, and look at that. Look at the fire she just throws out. Especially when a 20 millimeter. Just look.
Enemy behind you. Check your six.
You can see
Got you, Besson. Got you. This is the F.
the flat. Oh, that bomb is miss. And you can see it's close. She's taking some flooding, and unfortunately, this is a different. Bleh. Seems like these carrier models, unfortunately, take more damage than the already in-game ones. So I will say that. I think that has something to do with the mod. I'm actually going to take manual control here to dodge this torpedo. Oh, look at a bomb hit. You're flooding. One bomb hit. Let's see what it does.
Enemy in front of me.
Yeah, look how fast the Japanese torpedoes are.
Enemy behind you. Check your six.
Yeah, but crank her over. And now see if we can go a bit straight. See if we can get out of the way of this torpedo.
Can't get away from me that easy. Fire.
Okay, this is gonna be tricky. I don't see where that torpedo is. Oh, that is a dodge and a half.
Enemy in front of me. Fire.
Man, see, like I can take direct control of these.
Enemy attack.
And you can see it like and it's like these guns are shooting that way, and it's great. And I can actually show you where they're targeting.
Enemy in front of me.
Like that is the targeting. These guys are aiming at those guys. That guy is targeting. Oh, geez, more torpedo bombers. Yay! But you can see how a single bomb hit this thing and it didn't do much damage. You are picking a bad time to land, buddy. Okay, what is that? B5N. So those are torpedoes. So let's go left. Unfortunately, we are slower because there is a hull breach somewhere below the waterline. But yeah, the nice thing about the anti-aircraft guns in this game as well is you can see this guy is an easy target, but this guy's coming in for an attack. The AI will automatically target planes that are coming in to attack, and we're gonna take one in the ass. I think. Yeah, right there. Torpedo hit.
Enemy in front of me.
Right there. And, well, it didn't just immediately blow us out of the water like the Lexington. Or the Saratoga. Let's see if I can get out of the way of this one.
Fire.
Take this away so I can actually see where the hell I'm doing.
Can't get away from me that easy.
There we go.
Fire. Enemy behind you. Check your six.
Okay. I think we're going to take another torpedo. Oh my god, they are landing rapid, but we're going to take 2 torpedoes. And there.
Fire.
See, it comes down to just, honestly, random luck.
This is the F.
And there's Iowa. She took, I think, a few torpedoes and she stayed in the water, but
Enemy in front of me.
you can see how they did the
Ready.
thing. I just didn't launch all my planes, so, but... Well, Okay, looks like Shokaku wants to freaking die, so we'll just have we'll honor her question with that. I don't think I got any control yet. No, Iowa is that. So yeah, this game really gets well. Like, dead in the water, missed. Gets well the randomness of war. That's one thing I noticed about this game. It gets random really, really well. And I took a torpedo. 2 more torpedoes, 2 more. And you can see Iowa is just taking torpedo after torpedo after torpedo after torpedo. You can see that's 4 torpedoes right there. But because there's so much damage in the inside and all the bulkheads are closed, they just can't get in there. Because the balance of power in this game is that there is no balance. That's the thing. Well, because I was just taking torpedo after torpedo after torpedo. And she's actually correcting the list. The roll. Yeah, that's the thing about this game. There is no balance of power. Because there is no balance. No, you can influence the battle. Because, I mean, I literally just threw a motley crew. Well, here, I'm gonna... what the hell? What is this guy doing? Well, we'll roll over then and just...
Enemy in front of me.
Yes, I know. G-force, calm down. Okay. And bombs released. And that's a 1,000-pound bomb. Boom. It'll hurt. No. Yeah, like, one thing I love about this game is that there's no you win or you lose. And right there, like, that bomb is so massive, when it hit the side of the ship, it fractured the hull. Near miss do thing, it's well done. Right now these planes don't have a place to land, so they're running away. Hey, I want to check something real quick. Do you still have... You do. We're going to take control of this guy for a second.
Can't get away from me that easy.
And where's Shoho? I think Shoho is... No, that's Iowa. Oh, she's dead. Okay, well, I was going to shoot the rockets, but... Now, you can fire them salvos, you can fire them individually. And you can even, in some cases, some of the... let's see, like here, I have pressed... Oh, that's R to reload, but I press E, missile control on. Unfortunately, I can't do anything, but I can shoot one at a time. And volleys. When I time involved, it's very interesting. You've got things like you have the Oka or cruise missiles that are radio controlled, and you can guide them yourself. You can literally guide the missile to the target, or you can let the AI do it, or they'll have self-homing. This game is so amazing. I love it. Unfortunately, given the way how things work in this game, like I said, the oh, here comes 2 torpedoes. These are ship-launched torpedoes. This may put Iowa under. Nope, she's fine. Now, given Iowa's bow, that should have blasted the damn thing apart, but... Oh yeah, the missiles are... the SAMs are a lot of fun. And well, you can see how Iowa's directors don't miss. Oh. Unfortunately, if a plane's already shot down, it doesn't do any damage. You can see Iowa's 5 inches aren't playing around, but because they're only hitting this one spot, they're not doing that much damage.
Can't get away from me that easy. Fire!
You just speed things up, but they'll add up.
This is the F.
You can see and even this destroyer, she's just taking hit after, well, was taking hit after hit until eventually something blew up her ammo.
Behind you. Check your 6.
Now, unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, she'll actually start repairing herself here. She's in the middle of actually repairing herself, so she'll eventually gain power or speed back up. If I speed up here, you can see they're fighting the flooding. And you can see the fighters, they're going around in circles trying to fight each other. That's a bit of a circle here. But there you go, look at this. They're going up and down, and well, the Buffaloes are losing. There's just not many of them. There's Iowa here, and you can see her health right here. It's going up. Health's at 38. I cannot fix the paint in this game because these are our models, and I don't have a way to fix them. But this is the paint it has, and it's honestly it's better than what it used to look like. It used to be just blue. You can see now she's at 39, so she's repairing herself. Because she has, machine shops, she'll repair herself.
Enemy in front of me.
I'm not sure how she's gonna fix the flooding here, but like here, you got this area, you got the electronics. You can take out the electronics of a ship. And you can take out the crew. Like there she is. She just fixed some of the flooding up back there. Boilers, ammunition. Unfortunately, because it's simulated in real time, it's taking forever. I remember correctly, there was some way to order them to what's it called? To the area. I can't quite remember how. Wait, what is this? Oh, yeah. Here's the firing. This just press this button. On this map, it gives you the firing range of the guns.
Enemy in front of me.
You can repair the ship after the battle. Yes, actually, I was firing with the 5 inches, actually causing my game to lag so fast. Like the 5-inch 38s are no joke. They shoot fast, and they're really, really good. And you can see the flag. It's not accurate, but it occasionally hits.
Got you, bastard.
Like, yeah, and even a buffalo can go toe to toe with a 0 for a while. I can't seem to look down. There we go. Well, this is one of the reasons why I love this game. But I am going to now show you the main problem with this game. First off, this is cool. Gives you your casualties. They lost 56 aircraft in the air. They lost 85 aircraft in the air. And I personally destroyed 1. And they lost all that. And it gives you like damage. 2 aircraft damage, their average health. And units, aircraft, etc. Not yet. This version of the Iowa does not have the VT shells yet. You have to actually research them. I would go to hell. It didn't crash. That's a first. No. So, let's start a new game. And, would you guys like to see a campaign? At least a start of a campaign. I want to check something real quick. Well, okay. Should I start a campaign? And if so, which nation? Great Britain, Japan, and United States. We got Great Britain, we have the Japan, the United States. Now, I love my USA. Freaking amazing. Japan is pretty good too, just because the zeros are awesome. Great Britain is always very interesting because you don't normally see their side of the Pacific. And sometimes the description on the okay, I'll go with the Commonwealth. Great Britain, I guess. You know what? Yeah, we'll play as Great Britain. Now, unfortunately, I cannot attack. I can't go on the offensive or else I will get severe penalties. Which is weird. You would think I could fight the Germans, which are down here in New Zealand. So basically, in order for us to win the war, we must hold 4-month Tokyo, Nagasaki, Okasaka, or Okinawa. And probably the easiest place, and I guess right now there's something going on over there. Probably the easiest place is Okinawa and Nagasaki. Unless you want to capture Tokyo. Okay, so here we are in the main campaign. Now I'm going to do one thing because these things are annoying as fuck. I am turning off missions from the government. With this mod, there is one small problem. Go to the building here. These, right here. Coastal artillery and your air defense. It says right here the device is a 40mm gun, and for here it says it is a 120mm. That is both right and wrong, because you see in the original Pacific Storms and in this one, you have to build them. Like here, I can build these coast batteries, and they're the King George V guns basically, and they're very, very good. And here I get the dual purpose these. Unfortunately, I would have. I am buying this. I'll explain that in a second. Unfortunately, they're tricky because I didn't have to buy it, put it on a merchant ship, and then sail it to whatever base the government told me to do. And it's a bit of a bitch that way. And I guess for sort of Indian Ocean, you have well, Colombo and here. But let me show you something that you can do. That I think that you'll probably find funny here, Adam. We're gonna go to the. Can I do this on the battleship Howie? I cannot. But I can do this on this one, King George V. I'm gonna copy this modification. So here you can see it says hood. This is just basically the quad pom-pom. Here you have empty Orlikins. Let's put them on there. You have searchlights. Well, let's throw some 40mm Bofors on there. Let's see. We got the anti-aircraft rockets. I could trade those in for Bofors. Or, if I really wanted to, I could take the twin 14-inch gun. And you know what? We'll throw this on here. 380. What is that? 381. Well, we just threw the hood's 15-inch gun turret on top of this. So now she has a 15-inch gun. This is the type of customization you could do to these ships. In this one. In the original Pacific Storms, you couldn't do stuff like this. Well, the King George V wasn't even in the original one. But yeah, like I threw a 15-inch gun on here, and I could replace these two with 15-inch guns if I wanted to. Unfortunately, they'd be only twin. If I can find the hood. With the hood, I could do the same thing. Oh, I couldn't. Okay. I cannot put Lion's Gun on it. I'll be honest, I have not seen the searchlights be useful at all. But I got like I get the fleet carrier Glorious and Furious if I wanted to. In the game, the only thing you had for the British was the Illustrious. And here you have the Fleet Carrier Illustrious, which is so much better. Mainly because she also looks better. But we're going to take away those searchlights, and well, you got your radars and everything here. You can see the beauty of this. It probably does. I just haven't seen them do anything useful. Here you got your Illustrious. And she does look good. Not gonna lie, she looks pretty. Well, yeah, no, I can build everything here, and I could build myself more Queen Elizabeth. I could build myself some, well, R-class battleships if I wanted to. Some of these old Revenge-class battleships. I got Repulse, I got Royal, and I even got Warspite and Valiant. I got all these ships I can build. I got these light cruisers, I got all this, all the heavy cruisers. I even get Bogue escort carriers. I even get the Ark Royal, which is missing some guns. Let's throw on, which one's better? Oh, the game just crashed. What is the... well, it doesn't show. Okay. I guess I can't modify the Ark Royal. That's the one downside to this game, is sometimes it crashes. As long as that to a bug. Implacable, I don't know. I'll check. New game, single player, Britain. I love that saying. The reason why the American Army does so well in wartime is that war is chaos, and in peacetime, the American Army practices chaos every day. But yeah, let's see production. Well, let's take a look. Illustrious, Glorious, Furious, Courageous, Ark Royal, Hermes. No, Implacable. Sorry. And for some reason, if I felt like being masochistic, I could build Mark 13s. And look, I already get access to some of these high frequency radios. But you get all these, like for example, these bombs. It says the U.S. cruise missile, U.S. designed cruise missile for ground attack. It doesn't give you any of the what's it called? Statistics, which sucks. Thankfully, I already know most of the statistics on these things. I already know what they can and can't do, and what exactly they do and what they don't do. Like, for example, this one is more accurate and has a longer range than this one. Here we have our... So we get Sea Hurricanes, and we got F2 Buffaloes, and we have Blenheims and all this. But we can get... Our fighters, we get Hurricanes, we get Vampires too. We get Lancasters and all this. Japanese get it much cooler, and we get TBFs. So for technology, one of the things I love to do for technology here, and you can see all this, and even then, as you can see, for some bloody reason, we can get approval for nuclear weapons, and as the British, we can drop the atomic bomb. So can the Japanese. So, yeah. Warning, if you're playing as the Americans or the British, and you see a Japanese heavy 6-engine bomber coming, it's probably carrying an atomic fucking bomb. The vampires are quite decent, especially for what they're for land-based fighters. They are very fast, like fast as all hell. Like they're very good. They're honestly the best, probably land-based. Next to the P-80, I would say these are the best aircraft land-based fighters in the game. Next to the P-80. But yeah, something the British get though is the well, Tall Boy and Grand Slam, because fuck you. Drop this on Yamato. Hey Yamato, I have a gift for you. Boom. Yeah, but right off the bat, the very first thing we are going to research is the 1200 horsepower aircraft engine. And I'll try my best to stream for as long as I can, but we do have dinner coming up soon. So we're gonna do the aircraft engine, and I'm actually gonna purchase the 20mm aircraft gun, so I get 20mm cannons, because you need those. Those are very useful. While the American's 50 cal works wonders, the 20mm is so much better. Let's see what else is under. For my very first technologies, I like to research everything that's under 100 days. I can't remember exactly how many missiles they carry, but we could easily check. So let's see, S-180, 90. Now, each nation actually has, like the Japanese, they can research stuff sometimes. Some stuff they can research faster, like the, for some reason, the glide bomb. Whereas the Americans research radar the second fastest and British the fastest. It's very, and it's all around. It's very nice. Let's see. And some of this stuff like sonar, HF radar, and snorkel will become available for purchase later. So I'm not even going to bother researching them yet. Let's see, anything under 100 here. Ballistic computer is very useful. I am actually throwing that on. I'm going to set the highest priority and to important. We got electromagnetic spectral analyzer, which is needed for jamming because you can use jamming, and wire guidance. 30mm, I don't think that's useful for any of the British aircraft. Acoustic fuses. Pretty much right here. This is, and this right here. This is what allows you to get the VT shells for your guns. Yes, yeah, Britain pretty much pioneered radar. And the Americans copied it. Took the British notes, worked with the British, and then decided to fucking just scream with it. No, we won't do nuclear weapons. No need. 60, 600, 300. Ugh. Fortunately, Japanese can research a lot more things in under 100 days, which is interesting. Now, right off the bat, because I already know how some of this stuff is going to play out, I'm going to take some of these Hurricane fighters, which we have no building on, and I'm going to compare them to the, well, obviously the Spitfire. Or not C4, but the Spitfire 5C. Let's see. Hurricane is slower, but the Merlin engine, and here's the thing, we can, like for example, right now this is the engine we have. When we get done researching the 120, we get this one, and I think this one as well. No. But like we can get the Merlin 45 engine if we wanted to in this damn thing. So right now these planes are unfortunately slow. And unfortunately we can't upgrade the Pegasus engine of the Swordfish. Like Spitfire. So the Spitfire is faster, and I might get, so it looks like I'm gonna buy the Spitfire. Oops, Spitfires. Or build Spitfires. Change these to the 50 cal. And I like to have my my fighter aircraft armed with as much armor as possible. And this right here is the specialty of the British. The British specialty, like the thing that no one else gets, is the Ace Maker gun sight, which is ridiculous in helping the pilot get better firing angles. The Americans, for their aircraft, is the Norden bomb. The Japanese don't really get anything special other than the Kamikaze, which makes all their planes pretty much useful no matter what. Now there's a slight problem with, like I said, it's the bug. I don't know how long we'll be able to play this game. Now, right off the bat, because I know how this game is going to be played, I need fighters. So we're going to put as much subsidies and as much priority into them. We're going to give it, so it'll take about 76 days to build. That is false, because I found a bug slash exploit that you can do that, unfortunately, given this game, I highly recommend you do. But unfortunately, you do have to wait a while. We're going to need, obviously, supply ships. And if you guys are willing to sit through this, I'm pretty much tempted to go through and make sure I have all the guns I want. Actually, we'll wait. Actually, no. We'll wait until we get the We'll actually wait until pretty much the end of the year. Or not the end of the year. We'll wait till we get done with radar when we get some good stuff to increase. Now here's the part that is kind of tedious with the mod here. The mod, we don't have any fucking aircraft. Oh, that's fun. We don't have any aircraft. Yay! We have to actually manually build our own stuff. And it looks like we actually start with 4 aircraft carriers. That's nice. So let's see what we got. What? Sea Fury? We don't have. What the? That's weird. Okay, that's a bug. Well, unfortunately, it looks like we don't have really anything to we can make here. Okay, well, let's see. Let's start with some. Let's see. What are we missing? Oh, we're missing aircraft, unfortunately. Well, we'll build cruisers and destroyers. Let's go and build our destroyers. So, let's see, we got a bunch of light cruisers. Like, holy shit. 30 of these Southampton. Let me take a look at these damn things. Oh, I'm gonna build like the Ditos. There they are. These Southamptons. Let's take a look at these. You would think that, but I could show you what the Americans have, and you would, and the Japanese especially. The ships we have will not cut it. We're gonna have to start building some shit, and a lot of shit. Okay, these things look pretty good actually, for the light cruisers. Okay, let's see what we can do to change these things up a bit. We got torpedoes, we got those. I am not going to click that because it's going to turn them to twin-barreled 152s, and that's not good. Which one's better? We got the quad AA, which is 50 caliber. Let's take a look here. It's something. I want max range 4.5. The Orlikin 4.3. This version 114, 16. More ammunition storage for the 20 millimeters. I think the 120 millimeter has a better rate of fire. No, this thing does because it has 4. Yeah. I'm thinking we'll keep the quads because I gotta make a copy. Because of their rate of fire. You want the rate of fire, so we'll have the Southampton class 1940. I will keep these 20 millimeters. I can upgrade these to 120. Yes, please. A little weird, but they're much better than the 4-inch. I'll take them. Well, actually, let's see if they really are better. Let's do this. I'm gonna look at the range. Range. Hey, stop moving, mouse. Range is 18.1. 15. Okay, so where's the range? You may want punching power, but you actually want the amount of, well, for your light guns like these. Look, by the time these guys are shooting, the bomb's already dropped. Oh, these 120s are. These are the ones on the tribal. So these ones are dual purpose. Rate of fire 12. 20. 17, 22. What for? I don't want to click these because they might crash the game. I know. I want the 120s for when it comes to the flak guns. You want heavy. Well, these things are dual purpose. When it comes to light anti-aircraft guns, like by the time the 20 millimeters are shooting, the bomb's been dropped. Okay, well that's weird. We have this fire director, even though we don't. I'm actually, never mind. I guess we can't. Let's see. What can we change here? We got radar. We got this. We got that. Now, some stuff is actually hidden behind some of this stuff. So let's take a look here. Nothing. Okay, nothing's hidden. And this is the starboard. Okay, well, let's put this back up. They should be dual purpose. Yeah, max elevation 60. I think they're dual purpose. I swear I remember the tribals shooting their... You know what? For the safe side, we'll just throw on the 4-inch. They might not be dual purpose, but we'll throw on the 4-inch just to be safe. So these Southamptons are pretty good. Yeah, these silica, like, this is a Dito class. This one's a bit interesting. Only 4? Oh, the music in this game is great. Oh, this is a weird looking ship. I kind of like it though. Question. I bet you really like this ship. Ah, internet! No! Oh, hang on. Stand by. Yeah, see, they say dual purpose in the title, but sometimes they don't need to say dual purpose for the guns to be dual purpose. I kind of like this. Okay, and that's good. Okay. I kind of like how this, although those radars are a bit bugged. I kind of like how this looks. I kind of like how the little 114s look. They actually look pretty decent. Let's throw on some of the radar here. I think I might build some of these. It depends on how long it takes to build these things. Let's see. 150. Yes, please. Build 4 of them. Throw 4 of them on the slipway. Unfortunately, I can't change those. Yes, please. I'll take 4 of those. I'll most likely use these as like sort of carrier escorts. Oh, we got some Leanders, which cost a little bit longer. Let's see, what ships do we have in our dock? Now we also have the 2 Athura class light cruisers. Let's take a look at these things. I want to make sure. First, I want to screw with the things we have first. Athura, these things. Okay, so they're sort of Leander class. No, they're not. Let's take a look at these. That's what I thought they were. It's an interesting one. Yeah, this is the subclass of the Leanders. Well, that's thunder. They don't look too bad, but I think those would be good for standard convoy protection and anything I can change on these things, really, no. I think those would be really good for a combo. How long did it take to build these things, though? 175. In that case, I'll build a Leander. A Dito is also 150. Oh, Jesus Christ, you can change the shit out of this thing. Oh my god. Okay. Let's change those to twin Orlikins. Yeah, one less gun. We got the 130s. I could take these 5.25s, turn them to 4.5s or 4-inch guns, or I could turn them into fucking make them all pom poms. I felt like it. Get everything pom poms. Yeah, I gotta look at this. I gotta see what this looks like. Hang on. I gotta see what this looks like. Oh my god, that looks so bad. But the amount of tracers coming out of this thing would be ridiculous. Hey, she's got depth charges. And with the twin Orlikins, yeah, no, we ain't doing that though. Yes, but again, for the flat guns, you want the range. Let's take a look at these. Range. Let's see if these things have better range, then I'll fucking use them. Well, I say the range. I think you want the stopping power. Let's take a look. Range 18, rate of fire 12. Range 21, rate of fire 8. Oh my god, these things are... Yeah, no, we're using the 114s. I thought I got that one. This one looked wrong, but oh well. Yeah, we definitely want the 144s. We got the twin Orlikins. Looks like these things put up more projectiles fired per minute than the 20mm here. So we'll keep these two 12.5s or 12.7s. Let's see how she looks with this. I'm hungry. Oh, I did not change that back. Which I will, but she looks interesting. I could also do a mix if I wanted to. I can actually throw on one of those. Hang on, 18.1, 18.9. 20 versus 12. These things are almost better than the 144s. So you know what we'll do is, because we don't have any VT shells, we're going to want things that put as much, frankly, shit up in the air as we possibly can. So, for the meantime, we'll be using the 144s. Or the 114s. And I'm actually going to cancel these. Well, no, we'll keep them. Do you have anything changed? Oh, you're the same thing as the other one. No, you're stuck with the 113s. I'll give you the radio. Let's build, we'll build for you. We have an Edinburgh, and we'll let you build up to 10 of these. We'll leave it as this right now, because we'll change the subsidies later. These are the silica, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see, what other ships do we have that we need to mess around with? Unfortunately, like I said, this is going to take a while to set everything up. We have the heavy cruiser, we have Norfolk and Dorsetshire classes. Let's go take a look at these. Is it this one or the other ones? Okay, so it's this one we have, not this one. Which is unfortunate, because this one I'm pretty sure is better. Well, let's let you take a look at what this thing can do. compared to this one? It looks like. Actually, I think. Actually, I like this one. I think this one's better because it has more. So we'll keep this one. 1940, obviously. I think you can sort of customize the subs. Oops, I got to copy modification. Stand by. I'll show you the summaries in a second. British submarines are actually pretty good. Yes, that is one of the submarines that they have. Okay, we're not going to mess with that. Looks like to keep those. Nope. Nope. Okay, those I'm not going to mess around with, and those you find. Those searchlights we're going to turn to 20 millimeters. These look good. These look good. These look good. And let's see how she looks. Does she look ready? Because I love looking at these things. The museum screen, you could say. Ooh. Yucky out. Not bad. What does the other one look like? That's the one that's actually the... Where the cruiser Dorsetshires. What difference do you look? You know, I'm telling you, Pacific Storm has some of the best. Oh, I love how that looks so much better. She actually has a better anti-aircraft suite because those are quad. Well, we'll keep the other Dorsetshires. But we'll build this one. And we'll see if those are dual purpose or not. I don't think they are. I don't know. Memory's a fickle thing. So we'll build... Well, I say we'll build one. We're going to build two, and I'll show you why in a second. Well, I say I'll show you why. I'll eventually show you why, especially when these things come around. 10 days to build each. Yes, we're going to be getting some county-class cruisers, because you would have to be an idiot not to get a county-class cruiser. I'm sorry, we have 4 Hermes-class aircraft carriers? What? Okay, so we do have some of the heavy cruiser Norfolks. Let's go check these things out. Make sure they're to our standard. Cumberland. See if you got everything we want. Yes, not gonna mess around with that. Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah, you're fine. There's really no need for us to change anything on you until 1940. We're just saying, I mean, I'm pretty sure there's like, well, I guess we'll take a look at Norfolk. If anything, the difference would probably be camo scheme. Although, one thing, I don't know why the mod creator did it this way, but like, you know, each ship is individual. I don't know why he did it that way, but it's weird. Oh, we have a London-class heavy cruiser. That'd be interesting. And we have some transports. You got the Royal Oaks. Yeah, and here's the submarines, the Tempest. So, you got 11 torpedo tubes. 10 facing front, 1 in the rear. Or is it, wait, no. 6, 7, 8 in the front, 3 in the rear. My bad. And here's a tribal class. It looks like the difference here between like the suffix and suffix is the anti-aircraft guns. And then you got some of these like transports and these tankers, which are very well armed. Oh, and you can see Warspite here has. Oh, okay. I think you're right, Adam. Those aren't dual purpose. I don't know. Let's check the London. Oh yeah, we obviously need Warspite. Ooh, she looks definitely interesting to say the least. Yeah, I think we'll build one of her. And I think we'll actually just build one. Oh, where are you? I'll build one. Okay, and then let's go take a look at some of the other. Oh, holy shit! Rain, rain, go away. Yeah, there are a lot of torpedo tubes. Let's go check out our. Let's go prepare our destroyers. Which are right here, the Tribal and the Eclipse. It's we have. Okay, so these 120mm guns, these are dual purpose. Damn, that sucks. Imagine rebuilding a whole bridge and it caused more issues. And now these are dual purpose guns. These 120s, these things are dual purpose. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna copy this, rename it because I'm going to. 1940, obviously, and I will switch these out for 2 single 40mm Bofors because yes, please, we'll keep torpedoes because British have decent torpedoes. I can find searchlights. We'll trade those out for 20mm, and this is good. You know, so those 120s are dual purpose. That being said, we don't have VT shells, so I'm not gonna trade them in yet. But yeah, no, these things are dual purpose. These ships are decent, and you can see we have 2 single 40mm Bofors right here. So we got the Eclipse here as I want it, and where is the Tribal? Tribal here. Keep you guys the same. Let's see. Quad pom-pom or twin Bofors. 10 kilometers. 4 kilometers. It's not even a competition. Oh hell yeah! Trade those in for twin Bofors? Are you serious? Well, then in that case, I might do this. Well, I don't want to change out this. These things are dual purpose. Turn out one, but let's get you some more K-gun projectors to deal subs. And that looks good. I want to take a look at this. Twin Bofors? I didn't think that was even possible. So I think this mod added that. Okay, well, that's obviously... Well, I want that for close-in rapid fire. But yeah, now we got Twin Bofors. That's mean. Okay, this is looking like a damn decent ship. Good escort, I would say. Oh, let's trade these out for 20mm. Okay. I would say our destroyers are well and truly done. Now, let's go check out the Hermes. I could go through all these and make sure they're how I want them, but that would take forever. Oh, that sucks. Sorry, Hermes. You're, I don't think I can mess around with your anti-aircraft. Oh, okay. Well, at least you're not completely useless. You do have some horribly placed pom-poms, but at least it's better than nothing. Oh, and you do have two, that's one of the downsides with this. Now, how many aircraft can you carry? Well, you know what? Some is better than none in this game. So I will take it. How fast can you be built? 325 days. Versus a bogue, which is 100 days. I am never building these things. I'll be building bogues. Which, let's see, what can I change on you? Nothing, unfortunately. Oh, ooh, that's nice. You already got the radar. That's nice. Whew. 20 aircraft? 20 aircraft is not bad in this game. Ooh, that is nice. Now, granted, the American one has two 5-inch guns. Would be having two 5-inch guns back there. I think you're confused. I'll take that over it. At least for the bow, because rapid firing. 2-to-1 gun. Oh, it only has one. Okay. Well, that sucks. Well, unless it's hidden. Ooh, why am I double clicking? What the hell? Sometimes stuff is hidden. Okay. I'll take the bow again. I'm actually gonna probably put some of them in. Ooh, phone's on low power. Oh, I did not want to turn it to low power because I need to be able to see what's going on with the chat. One sec, I gotta quickly change something here real quick so I can actually read chat. And send that. Okay, we're good. And okay, let's take a look. I'm gonna take a look at something real quick. I think it'll be under division. Escort ship. Bogue. Bogue carries one, but what? How many planes do you carry? Doesn't say. Ah, there it is. Bogue. 20 aircraft. Same with Hermes. Okay. I'm never gonna build any Hermes. They're pointless. Yeah, because our Aurora wasn't an armored carrier. So let's see. We got let's check out our King George V homeland. King George V. How are we looking here? Exactly what I want. We'll throw the 140s on. I forgot I gotta copy this. Rename. Oops, shit. Delete. Rename. Holy shit, that rain is coming down. 19. No. Yes. Let's see. Got everything on. Yes, I will trade out searchlights for bow force. We'll turn these to that. Now the question is, do I take this 14-inch gun and turn it into a 15-inch gun? That is the question. Ooh. We'll keep the AA racks. I don't think I've ever really seen them work. Which one's better? I think that one's better. Azdic. And all the British ship gets Azdics, which are nice. I mean, having that 15-inch gun would be nice, but Eh. Well, here's the thing about the logistics. Logistics is all good in this game. Like, it's very, but you don't have like individual shells. Like, ammunition here. This is everything from rifles for infantry use, right there. It says generic purpose ordnance, unguided ordnance used by all units. There's no distinction between the arms according to the caliber. So I think we'll give her that one 15-inch gun just to give her some more punching power. Okie dokie, and then we'll check out. Then we have the battleship Howie and 4 Illustrious, which is nice. Or not Howie, Howe. Which is another King George V. It's a little bit more customization. Sort of. Oh, well, that fucking sucks. In about 10 minutes or so, I got food. So who wants a surprise live stream tomorrow? More of this game. Or, if you guys want me to, I can attempt to do a series on this as long as I can without the game crashing. And then we need the Illustrious. And I believe the Illustrious class they have aren't the Fleet Carrier one, but this one. And I was correct. So we'll copy the modifications. Renet. Nope. Train those out. More Orlicans, that's fine. That's fine, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. Okay, and she is good to go. So all of our ships are good to go. How long will it take for us to build these? 325. 325. How long should it take us to build Ark Royal? 325. Let's, and since it's about the same, let's go to our homeland. Or not homeland, our thing. Let's see what the air groups are. So yeah, Ark Royal can carry a total of 72 aircraft. Nice balance. I like that. So we're going to build ourselves Ark Royals. We're going to get ourselves some Ark Royals. Honestly, War on the Seas, it should be a very easy fix that they have. We're gonna throw that up to high. It really should be an easy fix. Okay. Now for aircraft. Oh, that one explains it already. Why would I bother getting buffalo? Well, hang on. What can the buffaloes? What can these things carry? Just 50 cows. No, thank you. Why would I get buffaloes when I can get sea fires and sea hurricanes? Well, let's go take a look which one's better. Oh, and then you get like sea furies, which are just ridiculously good. Let's see, sea fire 609. It's basically a hurricane, so we'll get sea fires. 20mm Hispanos, 60mm armor plating, good. I think we need this one. Much better gun sight. We'll get the good radio. And we'll start building these things as soon as possible. But we need carrier-based aircraft. We got 4 carriers, none of which have any aircraft for us to use. Which sucks. So we don't have any dive bombers, which is annoying. Well, we don't get dive bombers until the Barracudas. And the Barracudas are probably... will probably be the only thing we use. I mean, TBFs are nice, and well, we'll probably have 1 squadron of TBF, and mostly Sea Furies and Barracudas, because TBF can carry all this fucking ordnance. The wonderful swordfish. Yeah, I just messaged from my supervisor asking if we're still on for gaming tonight. Let's see. Yeah, swordfish. We need to mess around with this. So let's give the swordfish because this thing's not gonna get any faster. Let's just start getting this as much as we can get on a radio. We don't have any radar on here. We only got 7.7. Bomb sight, and let's give it armor. It ain't going any faster. It's only gonna be slower. So that works. Swordfish with 20mm armor plating. All this does is protect the pilot. That's all it does. It's just an armor plating behind the cockpit, or behind the cockpit, the pilot seat. That's all it is. And let's build 100 of these, and again, put them on maximum so we can get them out there. Now, thing is, I wonder. I wish I could see what ordnance these things could carry, because maybe a mixture of sea fires and sea hurricanes might be nice, given the ordnance some of them could carry. No, I think we will have a mix. And holy shit, can this thing carry more, have more firepower? Okay, not bad at all. So I think we'll have a mix of sea fires and sea hurricanes. Why not? Okay, so we got everything we need to be built. Oh no, we don't. We don't have everything we need to be built. I could build some torpedo boats. How long would it take for us to get Warspite? 400 days. Let's make sure Warspite has everything we want. Get casements. Oh yeah, this yeah, 144 please. 20 millimeters. Yes, please. I want that. Okay, let's get Warspite. And then we'll get a Valiant as well. Make sure there's everything we need. 20 millimeters. We're good. Okay. We'll have Warspite and Valiant. Okay, I want these at the highest priority here. No, if I'm going to use anything for scouts, it'll most likely be the walruses, which I also need to do. You also have a Pegasus. Which reminds me. We'll just build 50 of them. Or no, we'll build 60. Okay. Probably use a walrus. Oh, and stand by. I'm getting a call, and I think there is dinner. Stand by. Yo. Copy. Okay, looks like I do have dinner. Let's finish with this real quick. No. I don't know what I'm going to use the, no, it is not raining in game. It is raining outside my window. And, well, buffaloes do carry some. We'll see. But we're gonna get some. We're getting hurt Spitfires, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna use any Blenheims because there's really no point in them right now. If anything, we're gonna want, well, Lancasters. Now remember, we do have money. I mean, look how much this is going to cost us for what we have. So, I mean, it'll all be built at the same time, but I guess we can get Rodney. Where's Nelson? There she is. Well, we'll throw the ships on the slipway here. We'll get Rodney and Nelson. And then, oh, hang on. We do need to get Renown. Where's Renown? We have to get Renown and Repulse. Renown and repulse. Okay. Now, I hate to leave before we get everything set up, but like I said, I did say that it was going to take forever for us to get this shit set up. So, it's going to take a while. So, anywho, this is Too Tall saying thank you for joining me on this Let's Play of Pacific Storms. Unfortunately, I do not think we're going to be able to play through the entire game because, as I said, of the biggest problem earlier with this game. Maybe. Unfortunately, the main mod, like the massive overhaul mod here, these guys have made. They can't fix it. But maybe we can get maybe I can see if I can get hold of Ashlander and maybe see if he's willing to do something about it. If he can. Anywho, I got dinner. Thank you all for joining me. This is Too Tall, and thank you for joining me on this live stream of Pacific Storms. Stay safe. And as always, have an awesome, and yeah, you can see how many saves I had. Say awesome day. End stream.